Okay, guys, so I want to tell you a story about from the Bible. So the story is King Nebuchadnezzar wanted the whole population on his property, everybody there, to bow down to a statue, worship to a statue instead of God. So there were three boys who stood up against that and said, "No, we will not bow." Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And what happened was that three young boys that God gave the strength and the power to them and faith to not bow down to that statue. King Nebuchadnezzar was stubborn. It's kind of like the story from Exodus with Moses. Pharaoh, he was stubborn. You know what else is stubborn? The devil. And he used Pharaoh and King Nebuchadnezzar because they were both kings. One in Egypt and the other one in his own nation. And what happened was that the boys were thrown in the furnace of fire. Same thing, I believe. And what happened was that they were in the fire, but there was a fourth person in the fire with them. It was Jesus. And Jesus was with them. Jesus was with them. He protected them. He kept them safe from being burned by the fire. They didn't feel no inch of the fire. But what they felt was the presence of God. The whole point here, guys, is that God is there for you and He protects you and keeps you safe from things like a fire or King Nebuchadnezzar. And the message was taught to Nebuchadnezzar, don't mess with mine. That's powerful, guys. That's beautiful. Jesus was like, you're not going to mess with my children. You're not going to be messing with my Christian folks. You're not going to be trying to ruin them. They're mine. And mine alone. You will not have them bow down to a statue. That is a sin. Everybody else did it except Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Everybody else was stubborn enough and stupid enough to bow down to a statue that doesn't even give them faith. It makes adults feel stupid because adults don't even have the courage enough and faith enough to stand up against guys like Nebuchadnezzar because he wanted them to bow down to a statue. You know who else knows who wanted to be worshipped and bow down to? You know what else would be like that? The devil. He thinks he's God, but he's not. N-O-T. Not. And I'll say it again. N-O-T. Not. God will stand with you till the end. He will get you through the battle, not away from it. He'll get you through the tribulation, not away from it. He'll get you through the fire, not out of it. If he can do that, he'll get you out of hell. Unless it's too late, you can't. God gives you a chance. You take it or you leave it. What are you going to do? What is your choice you're going to make? Do you take God and what He wants? Or do you reject it and go to the devil? Jesus said on earth, "He that is not with me is against me." These stories are true, guys. They actually happened. These guys actually exist. And just because they're gone doesn't mean they don't exist. They're still here. They're just not on earth. Just because you pass away from the earth, you pass away from the body. Your soul goes somewhere else. It is not destroyed unless it's in the lake of fire, which hasn't happened yet. It won't happen until after Judgment Day. Those things haven't happened yet. And it won't be until God says it's time. And we don't know when that time will come. And just because you're a celebrity, that doesn't mean you're all that. God is all that. He is the celebrity I choose. Not you man-made celebrities who man-made everything on this planet. You ain't nothing but something God can get. That means you are nothing compared to God, is what I mean. God doesn't go to you. You go to God. You go to Him. If you don't understand my message, you're done. You're done, and I don't know if I can help you. But God can. I'm not God. And I wish I was, because if I was, this world is over. Not the end of the world, but the end of sin. It's not the end of the world, but it would be the end of sin. That Jesus wanted you to be with that person for a longer amount of time. So maybe